I have this crazy belief that Pennsylvania versus Mimms, the Supreme Court case, should be taught to every high school student in the country. They should not be able to graduate from high school if they couldn't recite the holding of Pennsylvania versus Mimms. Hi, Tony DeWitt here. I'm a Missouri appellate attorney, retired, and I bring you a fresh perspective on the law without offering any legal advice. So pull up a chair. This is what we're discussing today. The video I have for you today comes from the Flagler Sheriff's Department in Florida. And instead of Florida man, we have Florida woman. And I'm going to use this video to illustrate a couple of very important points. One of the key concepts of the Fourth Amendment is that any detention of an individual has to be on the basis of reasonable suspicion, and any search has to be subject to probable cause. And so, one of the reasons why police officers, frankly, ask you to roll down the window to talk to them is so that they can do a sniff test. And if they smell, the devil's weed or wacky tobacco or whatever you want to call it in there, particularly in Florida, you're going to get your vehicle searched. So I think most people understand that that's the rationale for why you roll your window down. But the bottom line is, if you roll it down just a little bit and talk to the officer very nicely, most of the time, as we'll see in this case, it results in a warning. But if you don't, things go from not so bad to extremely bad, usually at warp speed. So this police officer, or sheriff's officer, I guess, is stopping this woman for some kind of a tag violation or perhaps a tent violation. I'm not sure which. And instead of being cooperative, she does this.
Can I help you?
Can you roll your window down?
No, sir. Can I help you? What did you pull me over for?
I'll explain it to you. You're going to roll your window down.
No, you're going to answer my question first.
You're going to roll your window down or I'm going to open your door.
You are not going to do that.
I am.
No, sir.
Okay. 224, supervisor en route. Can you roll the window down lower so I can explain to you why I stopped you?
You're not going to force your way into my vehicle. You're not going to attack me.
Can you roll your window down so I can explain to you what happened? No, you're going to do what I tell you. That's not how this works.
Now, there's probably no law that requires her to roll down the window, but it is the customary and courteous thing to do when you want to hold a conversation with someone. And she's asked a question. The officer is more than willing to answer it. He just wants her to roll the window down so they can talk like normal human beings instead of shouting at one another. But that doesn't seem to sit very well with her. And as a result, she takes matters just a little bit further.
That's not how this works.
Then I'm going to pull over into a parking
No, you're not.
gas station, and you can tell your
No,
supervisor.
you're not going to go anywhere. Stop. Vehicle's taking off, racetrack.
Now, further compounding this problem, we have her reaction to it being to take off. And of course, the officer gives chase. But when you take off from a traffic stop, particularly in Florida, I don't know about other states, but particularly in Florida, that's fleeing to elude. And usually it's a misdemeanor, but it can be a felony. And in this case, it's going to turn out to be a felony. Spoiler alert.
Alright, all units, 1033 traffic vehicle taking off from the racetrack. What are you charging?
Just resisting. She's trying to back into a parking spot.
She's still in the parking lot?
Dispatch has been updated.
She took off from me, and now she's parked in a racetrack parking spot after I told her not to. Alright, careful. Put her Terminator down behind the tire if you can. I got her semi-blocked in.
This kind of behavior really amazes me. I don't know where anybody came up with the idea that you can simply ignore a police officer. You can simply ignore a sheriff's officer when they come and tell you to do something. If you don't do it, you're going to be in trouble because that's failure to obey a lawful order. And when he says don't take off and then you leave, that's fleeing to elude. So now you've got the fleeing and eluding as well as the original traffic citation. You've elevated this from the level of a warning all the way up to a certain arrest at this point because she left the traffic stop. Now, she didn't go very far, but she still left the traffic stop. And that's not a good look. Imagine a judge looking at this video. He's seeing an entitled young woman think that she knows better about what's good for her than talking to these police officers. And as she's going to say here in a minute, she's scared of these big bad boys.
Sheriff's office, step out of the vehicle, do it now! Step out of the car!
And now she's raising it just a little bit higher. She's making a call to 911, the people you call when you want to get the sheriff's department to you, to complain about the sheriff's department harassing her. You really can't make this stuff up.
591, where's the location of your emergency?
Yes, I'm here in Palm Coast at a gas station and just attempted to, first of all, an officer practically harassed me throughout
Okay, which gas?
Will you please tell them to stop threatening me and, like, making something out to be, like...
Where are you at right now?
I'm being threatened and I don't feel comfortable. I'm at the racetrack on 100 at right by 95. Not
Okay.
the one towards Summer Woods, the one towards the beach.
Okay, at Old Kings?
Yes.
All right, you need to get off the phone with me and you need to speak with law enforcement, okay?
I tried to ask them why they pulled me over. He told me that he was going to force his way into my vehicle, break my window, and wouldn't answer any of my questions. I'm, like, shaking in fear now because I have two officers here bombarding my car. I told him that I was going to pull into a parking space and that he could call whoever he was calling. I don't feel comfortable with them, like, shouting orders, possibly pointing guns at me. I don't know because they have all the lights pointed in my eyes.
Okay, there's a supervisor en route over, okay? Hold on.
I'm not opening my door. I'm not opening my window anymore for anybody.
Okay, all right. Like I said, a supervisor is en route over to you, okay?
Spoiler alert, that supervisor is not going to be a happy camper. He really doesn't care whether or not you are scared or whether you think you are not going to roll down your window. And police officers generally follow through. When they tell you what they're going to do, they generally follow through with it. It's just unbelievable to watch what goes on next. It's like this woman thinks she can dictate to the sheriff's department what they will and will not do to her. I mean, in what world does that work? It's hard to imagine the level of entitlement in that. Anyway, this is what happens.
Tell her to look to her left. Tell her the supervisor's staring at her under the call. You got it. Your time's running out.
She's requesting that the supervisor needs to walk towards the vehicle and she'll drop the window down.
Roll your window down. Roll it down. All right, look. Just roll your window down. We'll talk, okay? Just at work. I tell you what. Hey, hang on. Listen. Just listen to me. Listen to me. I'll tell you. I don't know. I wasn't here. Okay.
Hey, all right. Who's got the shatter bolt?
We're gonna break your window out. Here's the deal. Listen to me. Listen to me. If you don't want to talk, okay. Okay. Here, I get it. Listen. Unfortunately, these are your options now. These are your options now, okay? These are your options. You're under arrest and you need to get out. It's either we're going to take you out of the car or you're going to step out on your own. Take your pick. Take your pick. You have 10 seconds to decide and I'm done. Take your pick. The clock's running out. What's it going to be? You want your car smashed or are you going to get out? What's it going to be? You want your window broke or are you going to get out? Take your pick. Okay. Okay, we're moving in. We're going to break your window. We're doing it. You're under arrest.
Hands up. With your right hand, take your seatbelt off.
She's gonna crawl
Right
over.
hand.
She's gonna crawl over. Take off your seatbelt. Crawl over here. Do it now. Yes,
Come
crawl
over.
to us. Do it now.
Come over this way. Come over this way.
right.
Yeah, we get a lesson.
There's broken glass everywhere.
All right.
Step out.
No, please.
Step out.
Okay, don't get rough with me. Please stop. I haven't even done anything wrong. I haven't done anything wrong.
Now that last statement there, that's not quite right. So let's back up a little bit and think about where she could have fixed this problem. When they told her to step out of the car, she should have gotten out. Pennsylvania versus Mimms says if the police officers tell you to get out of the car, you have to get out of the car. You don't have any recourse in that regard. You can challenge the action later in court. You can claim that it was excessive force. You can claim it was an unreasonable search. You can claim that the whole traffic stop was an unreasonable seizure, but your remedy is in court. It isn't at the side of the road. All this woman managed to do was get her car windows knocked out. And she probably didn't want that. And if she'd thought about it, or if she had known what the law actually required of her, the law doesn't care about your feelings. You're scared. Tough. We don't care. The law is the law. And if I get to, as a police officer, break your window, that's what I'm going to do because I'm going to enforce the law. I'm going to do my job. And that's what we would normally expect. That's what society expects. We expect police officers to do their job rationally. But when someone is recalcitrant and will not obey an order, sometimes you have to raise the stakes a little bit, and that's what they did. Now, remember that whole part about, I've not done anything wrong? Well, not exactly.
You didn't do anything to begin with.
Should have listened. That's what
Listen to what? Aggression?
No, it wasn't an aggression.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Oh my God. Please stop.
Moving for a second, please. Thank you.
You can't puppies in front of me. I have
Congratulations,
severe-
Amanda. You turned us into something that really didn't need to be.
It's just gonna be it was all it was gonna be was a warning.
Great job, Amanda.
So Amanda gets a free, nice color photograph as a parting gift. Oh, and look at this. I wonder what those packages say. Now, I could be wrong. There could be something like methamphetamine and marijuana, fentanyl, cocaine, stuff like that. So here's a question to answer in the comments. Do you think she really believed that she'd done nothing wrong? She's got a car full of drugs. She knows she's done something wrong. Was this all for the camera? And if it was, what do you think the judge is going to think about that performance? Do you think she's going to get a lecture, or do you think this will be a soft on crime judge? Let me know your thoughts. That's what I have for you today. I hope you found it helpful, interesting, or maybe both. If there's a subject you'd like me to discuss, please feel free to send me an email at the address above. If you like what we do, please feel free to subscribe and come on back to the beach tomorrow. I release videos every weekday, weather and work permitting. If you have the opportunity today, do a kindness for your fellow man. It makes the world a better place, one kind act at a time. And now, YouTube has some suggestions for other videos of mine that you might like.